Well, hello, hello, hello. Here we are with Tina. I want to thank you so very much for taking time of your busy schedule to join us today and to talk about so many things. This is you know what? I was looking that there's the week for domestic violence and for
Yeah.
women's, and this it shouldn't be a week. It should be an ongoing thing, in my very humble opinion.
Isn't it? It's domestic violence October, the whole of October, isn't it? It's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. But yeah, it should always be spoken about, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that you and I have firsthand experience, and it's something
Mhm.
that I am always surprised is not out there. And
Yeah.
this is the terrible thing, because I know Meghan Markle has faced a lot of backlash because she went to the children's charity gala and then the Girls Inc.
Yeah.
Right? And then she posted on her Archwell thing, and I'm going to show you guys this. She immediately went and posted this. Let me see. I have to put it up here because I haven't got it. But she immediately went and posted a picture and a whole thing about this, right?
Okay. I've not seen
And
any of this.
this is
So.
very, very disturbing to me. But you're gonna see something that's even more disturbing is the wording that she used. The wording that she used, because there was a People magazine article that Meghan Markle had partnered with Oprah Winfrey and the Melinda Gates Foundation, right?
Okay.
That's what the article said, that
Okay.
Meghan Markle had partnered with him.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that?
I don't
Oh,
remember
thanks so
that.
very much, Claudia Sala. but
Oh.
uh, but it's very interesting because she immediately put it out there. Now,
Yeah.
w- I am all clearly Meghan Markle is a hustler. She's a grifter. This is a woman who has zero scruples. This is a woman who will do it. And I mean, just the way she's looking at that little girl like a prey, it's even worse.
Do you know what though? I don't even think she sees that little girl. I think she's just in her head thinking about what the shot will look like on the front page. I don't think she sees the people she's looking at. I think it's all, she's like an actor. She's just thinking about what it will look like, you know?
You think?
I think that's why she looks very like, I don't know, like it just, it's uncomfortable to watch because it's not natural, it's not genuine, in my opinion. You know, do you know what I mean? I feel like, when we see her on that stage with the grieving parents, where she's done that interview, I don't know who the American host was, you'll know, won't you, Paula? And the woman was crying next to her. Meghan can't give natural, can she, or empathetic. So in my mind, Meghan's just thinking the perfect shot in how it's gonna look. The aesthetic.
Yeah. But this is very interesting because I got some news from a source of mine. I got some news
Okay.
because People magazine, and let me see if I can still find it, Tina. Um, People magazine, here we go. It is absolutely, it's very, it's very misleading how they wrote this thing about Meghan Markle.
Okay.
Okay, it's very misleading in the sense of, um, let me see that, Girls Inc. Let me just find this for you guys because it's there. Because they keep changing they keep changing the. Okay, here we go. This is it. I'm going to show you the wording that was used,
Okay.
and this is. Please understand that and I found out that she was sent a legal letter by Melinda Gates and Oprah Winfrey. Look at the headline. Meghan Markle partners with Oprah Winfrey and Melinda Gates to back digital wellness initiative for young girls. When you read that headline, what would you assume?
It's a threesome, trio, working together.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody reading this, there's no mistaking. Says
No.
Meghan Markle has joined. What's it called? Um,
Oprah. Yeah.
Oprah with Melinda. Wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I crazy or my English is pretty good, guys? I may not be as fluent as Rachel Meghan Markle in Spanish, but I think my English is pretty solid,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it says there, Meghan Markle partners with Oprah Winfrey and Melinda Gates, French Gates, to back digital wellness. And she goes on and to exploit these children, right? And then Meghan Markle honored International Day of the Girl by chatting to young girls about their experience growing up in the digital age when she used that opportunity to say that to falsely claim that she was the most bullied woman on earth. She's the
Oh,
most
I know.
called, called a criticized woman.
Do
Okay.
you know,
According,
she can't help herself, can she? This is her only claim. She will always go back to the victimhood of it all. And, for as much as they speak, she's had a few occasions where she's just turned up. She's not really opened her mouth. And it's been Meghan, but it's been like calm. But she can't help herself but to dip into that victimhood, can she?
yeah, yeah. But this is the interesting part. It says here, in addition to Meghan's visit, the Archwell Foundation, Melinda French Gates Company Pivotal Ventures, and the Oprah Winfrey Charitable Foundation are supporting a partnership between Girls Inc. and Half the Story. Um, I don't know if you know this, but the lady from Half the Story was permanently suspended from Twitter.
Was she?
Yeah, yeah, she was. Let me show you that. She was permanently suspended from Twitter, and Girls Inc. was sued for discrimination and bullying.
Oh my God. Wow. It doesn't surprise me. Birds of a feather and all of that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they all flock together, don't they? You
Yeah,
tend to find people that align. And that's why I question anyone that will go into business or support Meghan Markle at this point, because anyone who can back or align themselves with that kind of person, with that moral compass, I question, you know? So they say, like, birds of a feather will flock together.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So she posted this, right? This is what it says on here. It's very clear. Meghan Markle partners with
Mhm.
Oprah Winfrey and Melinda French case to back. It's not that Meghan Markle joins Oprah Winfrey and Melinda French case to back digital wellness initiative. It's Meghan
Partners.
Markle partnering with Oprah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we got that right, guys. We
Yeah.
have that. So now here we go. This is what Meghan wrote because she did get a legal letter. Let me see if this is the correct one. This is now how the wording changed when she posted it on her Archwell thing. In celebration of International Day of the Girl, which is very demeaning, girl,
Mm.
Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, of course, the title, visited Girls Inc. of Greater Santa Barbara to engage with young girls about their experiences growing up in the digital age. Now, if she was there to engage with them about their experiences, why is she talking about herself? Number one.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
This visit coincided with the announcement of contributions from the Archwell Foundation, Pivotal Ventures, and the Oprah Winfrey Charitable Foundation to support partnership between Girls Inc. and the Half Story aimed at delivering essential digital wellness.
Okay.
So now it's not that she partnered, it's that it
No.
coincided.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They've all obviously decided to support that thing. It doesn't mean they're partnered together, but obviously it's being presented that way, isn't it?
Well, forever now, Meghan Markle's
Yeah.
name is going to be linked
Yeah.
to that story like that.
Well, Oprah made her bed. She stuck with her. You know what I mean? No matter how much Oprah can get, she can't get rid of her because she will always be that first one, won't she?
But this is the part that I find controversial. I don't blame Meghan Markle at this point. I really don't. I blame the organizations that allow this woman to continue exploiting them.
Absolutely.
At
She's gonna
this
do
point,
what
people
she's
are
gonna
asking,
do.
yeah, people are blaming her. Oh, she did this and she did that, and she's responsible for this and that. And I'm like,
They're enabling her to do that, though, aren't they?
exactly. That's exactly what I think. I mean, what do you think?
And why do they want her to do that? Because they know, because it's Meghan Markle. good and bad publicity will get them publicity. So they're, you know, striking that fine line by using her. But I feel sorry for the people that believe in these charities and invest in them when these charities are happily enabling someone like that to sort of be a face or be one of the faces of it.
But what do you make? What do you make? Okay, what do you make of the parents that allow these organizations? Because Meghan Markle went all out to do that. As a parent, I wouldn't allow it. And I know that there was one parent that was incredibly angry about it.
Right, that do you know what? When I first see these pictures drop with the children, I just instantly thought, well, if that was my child, for one, knowing the scope that Meghan Markle brings in pictures and how far these pictures would travel, which one, many people can get their hands on these pictures. Just as a internet safety point of view, as Harry wants to preach to the world about internet safety, the fact that my daughter's face will just go across the globe like that, I wouldn't want. Two, I wouldn't want my daughter associated with Meghan Markle, especially being my daughter in the way Meghan Markle treats people and behaves. I wouldn't want my daughter to be inspired by that. No way. So yeah, you know, but you see it a lot in like Hollywood, don't you? You hear it, you know, with, I don't want to go there, but Bieber and the parents just letting him go off and hang out for the weekend with Diddy, and like the parents seem to get taken in by the fame as well, don't they? And just allow their kids to be used like that as well. So you know, it's hard. It seems to be their normal.
No, I agree. I completely agree. But it's. I think people don't understand that they have a choice. One of the
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
interesting. Yes, people have a
I'm
choice
not
because
sticking up for them. I think it's wrong. I would not allow my children to be used like that.
this is half the story. The account was suspended.
Wow.
Okay, the account was suspended.
It's
Now, a
also
lot of people.
murky, isn't it?
Pardon me.
It's also murky.
Absolutely.
Every avenue, there's something there. So she can go on about being bullied, right? If she just didn't have all this shady shit hanging around her, everywhere she goes, whether it's in the UK, whether it's in America, there's no smoke without fire, right?
Yeah. And this is the interesting part because Megan did donate, Archwell did donate to our Girls Inc. in 2021 when she hosted them. So I guess she paid them to post, with her to hold that. She held like a little reunion. But after that, she hasn't. Now I want to show you there's a couple of things that are very interesting here. These are their partners. Our partners are committed because she says she partnered, right? These are the people who are donating annually. These are not a one off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor Maces.
This is 1 million plus. This is between 500,000 to 999 million, 999,000, 250,000 to 499,000.
No, she's not at the bottom.
She's nowhere.
Oh.
100,000 to 249. You have 50,000 to 999. There's no Archwell. Now you Google here because I actually this morning I did a live and I Google Meghan Markle. Maybe she's there now. Nope. How about
Wow.
Archwell Foundation? Do you see that?
I
Nothing.
do see that.
You Google Oprah, and there you have. You Google Melinda City, be quiet. Melinda Gates, and you get the 10 million, and look at that. See that?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And
See,
now
this
the
is why
most
you're so good, Paula. Can we just have a minute for Paula? Because the way you delve and you search for the truth and expose the lies is next level.
well, the thing is though, if your partner, she did give 50,000 back in 2021.
How
She
much?
hasn't donated anything ever since. She says that it coincided. Now it's not that she partnered. but it coincided with a donation why does she have to say that it coincided with Oprah and Melinda Gates? Because she wants her name permanently linked to
Yeah.
Melinda Gates and
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey. And this is why with Oprah Winfrey here when in People Magazine, when they said that she partners, because Oprah doesn't want her name linked to being a partner to Meghan Markle. But you know
Mm.
what? She made her bet, you
Yeah.
know.
And that's the thing. And that's, I just feel like whatever you put out will come back. Like you can't. And Oprah done that to herself, you know, like that desperate in that moment to get that story, get that scope, not no care for the Queen and the royal family, and she will live with that now because Meghan, no matter what she does, she knows Oprah ain't gonna want to come out and distance herself verbally away from Meghan Markle, because then that takes, like, it will demean Meghan's career, that interview, even though it's demeaned it anyway. But Meghan will always hang on to Oprah, won't
Yeah.
she?
Yeah. Oprah's done. Oprah, that
Yeah,
that goose is cooked.
yeah.
Now, the most interesting part, because I was wondering, why is Girls Inc., other than being sued, and I'm going to show you guys that they were sued for discrimination and bullying, and
Wow.
half the story account was blocked, which is pretty severe now if your account gets suspended from X.
Permanently.
Now maybe back then, but nowadays it's pretty severe if your
Yeah.
account, I mean, you have to do something really horrible to be suspended from X, right?
And did you say permanently?
Yeah, it's completely blocked
Wow.
and she's not going back. Okay.
This is X.
Yeah, it is X, yes. Where actually there's a lot of freedom of speech. People get fact checked all the time.
That's what
Hardly
I'm
the accounts
saying. It's got to be bad to be permanently deleted from
for
X.
Elon to say we've had enough
Yeah,
of you.
yeah. That's enough. Elon's had enough. You're
That
blocked.
that's a step too far,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's so terrible because out of all these companies, there's only three companies that are not owned by BlackRock and Vanguard.
Okay.
So this is why I kept going, because Meghan Markle and Harry use companies own, for example, BlackRock owns ESPN, Nike. I mean, pretty much West Fraser, McGovern. I mean, they own Coca-Cola, Marshalls, Sephora, Benefit. They own pretty much everything.
Okay.
So this is why, because I was wondering why they own Disney.
Yeah. And Disney was connected to the ESPN.
I mean,
Well, is it?
guys,
It's
this
all
is
like
the list of
interlinked.
companies. I just want to show you something. This is the list of BlackRock holdings. We're going down. I mean, I think we go look at all the companies they have holdings owned.
Wow.
They own the world, them and Vanguard Company and Klaus Schwab.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, it
Wow.
doesn't end, guys.
That's insane.
Yeah. These are all the companies in the world that we know of. They're into pharmaceuticals. I mean, everything. Macy's, they own Macy's. They have like almost 10%, which is huge stock, like
Yeah.
stock on Macy's, which is one of Sephora, Benefit, Nike. I mean, look how many companies they have holdings in.
Crazy.
Did you know that they're shareholders to Microsoft and Apple?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's endless. The list is endless, guys. Look. I mean, I can scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll.
Scroll,
I don't
scroll.
think I'll,
It's so
from
shady.
small companies, Rumble. Did you know that they're part owners of? They have stock a share of this Rumble.
No, this is all new to me. You're
Yeah.
teaching me, Paula.
When I was doing investigation, I was like, okay, let's see BlackRock Holdings. Where are they involved? Microsoft, Apple. I mean, pretty much
Everywhere.
CDS, every freaking thing they're involved.
Wow.
And we know that about BlackRock pays African Rangers Park because they have a huge stake on mining coltan in Congo.
Okay.
So it's very, very interesting, all of this that's happening. And these companies have sold their souls to the devil. to Meghan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when
It's
people
so
keep saying that, now how did she get in there? I mean, to me, it is very, very disturbing that this is allowed to continue.
I know.
Because I
I
do
know.
believe that Meghan Markle is a very disturbed individual.
The more this continues, I no one can argue with you. Everyone with some sort of moral compass or stable being about them just watch this and just think how do you
This
just keep
woman is a
carrying on?
risk. This woman is a risk to girls or to people who are vulnerable because this woman is a predator.
Well,
Now, look,
she
this is
uses
the lady,
children.
Tina. This is the lady right here
Yeah,
that
yeah.
got banned and suspended. This is the lady that was sued for discrimination. And do you see anything interesting in this picture?
No, tell me.
Okay, Meghan
Push
Markle,
it
in
out.
all of the pictures that she has on Arch, well, she's hugging, clasping her hands, hugging white people. Look at her
Yeah.
hand here on this Asian girl. Look at this black girl. She's instead of hugging her, like coming
Yeah.
here, bring her. No, she's turning her back. She doesn't even acknowledge. And I know that the picture has been taken at the front, but she could have been inclusive. Instead,
Mm,
she's like keeping her hands tight so she
mm,
doesn't touch that girl. And then she's sitting on the couch and then she's not touching and she's surrounded by two black people. She doesn't even acknowledge them or does that fake laugh to pretend that she's engaging with them.
hmm She really is a piece of
Racist.
work. Yeah, she is.
She's racist, guys. She really is racist. And I mean, I don't understand. And I'm going to show you this because I mean, I'm not pulling things out of my ass, guys. This is on Reddit. Meghan Markle, this is from St. Meghan Markle, who I follow. Meghan
Like,
Markle's partner, Charity Girls Inc., was sued for discrimination and workplace bullying. The foundation serves to empower underprivileged girls through various forms of social and educational support. Although the Worcester, Massachusetts chapter settled the case in 2023,
oh
the
my God,
former
last year.
Yep, yep. The former POC employee, Jimmy Lee de Pasquale, alleged a toxic workplace. Claims included micromanaging based on the belief that she was a diversity hire and was less competent than her white predecessor. She was also screamed at for working on a project that was previously approved. An
Wow.
existing change.org petition to hold the board accountable is still active and has a list of victim testimonies. At least
No.
30 instances of abuse by the chapter's CEO and COO against staff and program participants are documented in detail and not only support the legal filing, but mimic Markle's own bullying tactics.
Wow.
Bam! Take it
Wow.
away, Tina. Take it away.
No, it doesn't surprise me anymore. With everything we've watched roll out, it doesn't surprise me. It seems to me that anyone who gets in that world of money and elite just turn scum and they look beneath people and they are the ones beneath us. They got no moral compass, they got no soul. And it's just like every direction she goes it's wrong. Just like, oh my God.
Yeah. Christy, there's no people of diversity hires. That lady, that girl from Iran, the one that quit, she's white. People not from Iranian people are white. They're Caucasian. That's where the term Caucasian comes from Iran and those places. Okay, she's white. Meghan Markle hasn't really hired anything, and she has zero, I believe, from anything. So, and the reason why Meghan Markle looks so stiff is because she doesn't like being photographed next to black women.
Mm.
Okay. And that picture that she is with that white girl and the black lady, she's very stiff and she's like very uncomfortable about and from what I was told, she did not interact with people of color. She only interacted with all the white blonde girls or very white girls. She didn't interact very much with anybody who was black.
Someone said in the comments, I can't find it now. And we were all thinking it. This would be a perfect moment to bring your children, your daughter, to see you at work and stuff. But of course, your children are left wherever they are, if they exist, allegedly, or whatever. Why are your children not there? Why are you not bringing your daughter to join in on this?
What children, Tina? Let's
Yeah,
face it.
yeah, I know, let's face it. But if you're going to be out there saying you've got children, you've got to sort of play the role. So grab a couple of fake ones, stop using other people's children. Stop using other people's children. It's
Well, the
weird.
problem I
It
have is that
actually,
she's allowed to continue
yeah,
doing it.
I know.
The organization could have very well said, they even made a little video that looks like it's Meghan Markle's Archwell organization. And did you hear the music? The music is very regal. Dun, dun. Like, I mean,
They're just literally holding on to that royalty, though, aren't they? But to be fair, you've got to put the blame on the royal family as well for letting it continue. And I
yeah,
support the royal
absolutely.
family. I do.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah,
want
yeah, absolutely.
a country without a monarchy.
I don't understand why Charles can't issue a letters patent stating that
Mm,
royal titles can only be used for royal engagements.
yeah.
And that other than that, they should go by a Christian name using the last name that they're allowed to use as per the letters patent that states that, for example, Harry would be called either Windsor or Mountbatten Windsor.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I don't understand why he can't say that royal titles can only be used for royal engagements. Because
Let's
then
be
that would
honest,
put an
we
end to it. He doesn't have to remove Harry's titles if he doesn't have the balls to do it. But then that would indicate, oh, okay, royal titles are only to be used for working royals,
hmm
only by working royals, because it's a job title, guys. This is a constitutional monarchy. He can say that royal titles can only be used by, you cannot call yourself the CEO of Apple if you're not the CEO of Apple.
hmm No, absolutely. It's crazy. But then, there's no denying with Doria Ragland's history just disappearing without a trace that the royal family have obviously helped clear up Meghan's name, her past. And this is what I believe that they've got over them, to why they won't go all the way. Because we all know that royal family, they're very powerful. They've got a great PR in all of that. They can do pretty much probably whatever they want. In the fact Doria's history has just disappeared. No one knows. Where's it gone? You've just done a little bit of an investigation just off that one and found out loads. That should be able to happen with Doria, but it's gone. Poof.
Yeah. Before you
So
used to be able to find a lot more. Now it's gone.
it's gone. Without a trace. Now Meghan
Yeah.
and Harry haven't got the power to do that, I'm sure. But I feel like there was a big cleaner for Meghan before she married the prince, and they've helped in good faith. And now, maybe, possibly, in my opinion, that's being used, because I think if that were to come out, even though we know the royal family have got power, but if it was to actually come out that they were able to do that, which Harry and Meghan could expose, and probably more, baby bumps and stuff like that. Because if that comes out, that surrogacy was a thing, and she was
Charles
walking
is
around
done.
with
Charles is done. I mean, this is it's not even Meghan Markle who would be done. It would be Charles
no,
that's done.
yeah, because you've dragged the people into that. The
He is the
people,
one
yeah,
who vouches for the fact that,
yeah,
the fact that Parliament, but also Parliament is also done because Parliament is
yeah,
supposed to enforce and review the
yeah,
documentation before
yeah.
they include a child in the line of succession. And when I sent for the Freedom of Information Act request about just to verify that the child was born in Portland and the names of the doctor, they responded to me with that really snarky comment. We don't deliver children. This is not a hospital. I'm like, no, but I'm sorry, you're fucking Parliament. Okay. And you're
Mhm,
supposed to ensure they meet the legal requirements to include a child in the line of succession of a British monarchy, which has constitutional ramifications.
mhm. And everything about that, as much as I go, no, like, you can't lie on that level. When you look at the rejection of the royal doctors, this is your first baby. Why are you refusing the best of the best? We were all like a bit, what? Why? I'm sorry. If we see the Meghan Markle strolling around today with the Duchess of Sussex embroidered in her bags, in how much she likes that main stage, are you telling me she wouldn't have liked those steps like Diana? It's just odd, the whole of it, and it does speak to. It fills the possibility that that is surrogates or what have you. Something dodgy's gone on there.
This is a woman
No?
who loves to publicize everything.
Yeah.
Hello, Tina, are you there?
2 minutes.
Hello.
I'm just dealing with my real life
Oh,
daughter.
okay.
No,
Because
1 minute.
let me
One
tell
minute.
you, yeah, I'll keep it going. Don't worry.
Yeah, keep
Because
going.
this is very important, guys, for you to know this. Um, we're going to talk a little bit about Pierce Morgan and the fact that he apologized to Jay Z and Beyonce, and removed that clip of Jay was right. And I'm going to tell you why that matters, because I received an email that now the Meghan Markle and Prince Harry topics are considered what they call like a high risk. They're too sensitive. They're considered sensitive topics, which means that we are much more scrutinized. And I was just talking about Pierce Morgan and what he did that he allowed Jay Z and Beyonce
Oh,
to have him remove part of an interview and even apologize. This, and I talked about it in a video I did, Tina, because this doesn't make any sense. You see that he
Piers
did.
Morgan.
No, no, no.
Sorry.
It's actually quite dangerous. And I've seen quite a few huge YouTubers saying that Piers Morgan has set back journalism by a long time, and he has set a very dangerous precedent. Because you see, he wasn't sent a cease and desist. It was an ultimatum. And then I did a little bit of digging. Uncensored Piers Morgan channel does not belong to him fully. 50% of it is owned by Rupert Murdoch. And he's
Okay.
up for renegotiation pretty soon, I believe.
Yeah.
But what he's done, because people were saying it doesn't make sense. Why don't they sue Jaguar Wright? And a lot of people said, well, she doesn't have any money. But they could do what Gwyneth Paltrow did when she sued that doctor, or when they hit on this accident ski. She didn't sue him for money. She sued
Hmm.
him for $1 because for her, it was more important that her reputation be clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but Jay Z and Beyonce know that if they sue Jaguar Wright, there will be what you call it, disclosure of evidence,
Hmm.
because they
Yeah.
could very well sue Jaguar Wright for $1,
Yeah. Yeah, but
and
they
then
they
Jaguar
want.
Wright can produce receipts. That's the best way to shut her up. We're gonna sue
Mhm.
you for $1.
But they want to silence the bigger
But they should
platform.
have. Piers Morgan allowed himself, and this is the point that I'm going at. I wonder if it's part of this. This is all a game, and it's part of the censorship thing, because he went and apologized, and then Harry's talking about censoring these platforms.
I think I can only speak on what I see in the UK, and there's no faith in Piers Morgan anymore. Anyway, the Piers Morgan that walked after breakfast sets is no longer in situ. I think Piers Morgan had a big support of the people, but slowly you've watched him feed into the censoring world as he places his view, and you don't see a real fair journalism. It's he's doing what everyone else is doing, where before he stood out because he would go against, but he doesn't go against, he stands in line now.
Yeah,
And
but the terrible thing is that, like me, like these YouTubers were saying, it doesn't make sense that he gets punished for somebody else's opinion in a show that's voicing opinions, especially when he said during that show that he understood that Jay-Z and Beyonce were not there to defend themselves. And all he could have said is like, we received an ultimatum from Beyonce and Jay-Z, and we
yeah.
understand that they're upset about Jay were right. However, she has every right to speak. No, I mean, this is a man who's had Israelis, Palestine, the Tate brothers. I mean, their baby reindeer. I mean, he's had everybody shouting and screaming there.
Hmm.
And everybody understands that he's there hosting these people to voice their opinions.
Yeah.
So he had every legal ground to say, no, I'm not going to take this down. This is uncensored. Our opinion is not that of Jay. We're right. However,
Mhm.
if you want to expose or come onto the show and give us your statements to defend yourself, or send a lawyer to do so,
Mhm.
and they can be interviewed, that's understood. But for
Mhm.
him to apologize and remove that,
Mhm. Well, it's a big stand considering he gave up his job in refusing to apologise, you know? So I think it's a big contrast on the Piers Morgan with the Meghan Markle in I'm not going to apologise. But I don't know. I think they're all in each other's pockets, aren't they? And the
well, it's just
censorship
a
thing.
precedent because what if Meghan Markle writes to him demanding that people who have voiced things against her, that they take everything down because she gives him an ultimatum or she's going to take him to court,
Yeah.
because basically he's allowing people to dictate his channel, to produce his channel, to
Yeah.
censor the channel, to tell him who he can have and not have.
Mhm.
And that sets a precedent for Meghan Markle. And I think that this is where I suddenly got that email saying that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry is now considered a sensitive topic, like, children's thing and stuff like that.
Mhm. It is. What do you think
I
about
think
it?
Piers Morgan is in on it. And I think,
Mhm.
of course, it's Rupert Murdoch because, as I said, if Beyonce and Jay-Z were more interested in cleaning their reputation and calling out Jay were right, take her to court, you
Well,
know?
that's it. And if you know you've done nothing wrong, you
No, but
would.
if you want
You
to
that.
clarify things in the public opinion,
Yeah. Yeah.
sue her for $1,
Yeah. Absolutely.
do
But then that's what I'm
discovery,
saying.
and
If
then
you
expose her for
know,
the liar you claim she is.
yeah. And if you know that's the case, and that person is out there, out and out lying, and they've got no evidence against you, that is the person you will go for. But when you're going for people, it just seems it's wasted, like you said, to sue the person. But like you said also, if that person's got loads of evidence, that's more of a risk. But they want to silence people from taking this story out and blowing it bigger into the world.
Is
Yeah,
actually pretty terrible, and this has to do, I do believe that the footprint for Meghan Markle and Harry is there. I mean, they're useful idiots,
yeah,
but I do find that Harry and Meghan Markle are now that we're on October is the month of violence, domestic violence and stuff. I do believe that Harry and Meghan Markle are violent people. They're predators who are using children. And these are
hmm,
my thoughts and opinions, that they are absolute freaking predators. I mean, you're a mom. I am.
hmm,
It would never occur to me. You know that in school you have to sign like a blanket thing whether you want your children, if they have events at the school, if they want
yeah,
you to and I used to always say yes, but I always ask Henrik, you know, and but now that these things, because this is a third party, this is
mm,
not for Girls Inc.
yeah.
Meghan Markle posted it on Archwell. Who are you talking to? I'm just curious.
My son's just come in as well. He's going to the goodie drawer. Go on then. You on my
but
live to say hello?
But do you know what I mean? This is actually very predatory. And I don't understand why people don't write to these organizations or call them out. I don't know, it's because, for example, Girls Inc. is finance, because BlackRock and Vanguard are very predatory things that do terrible things. And then they use this little Girls Inc. thing to whitewash their image.
Hmm. Yeah. And that's the thing, and that's the thing with when charity with Harry and Meghan, any charity they touch, you just, not even the charities with the awards they win. All they've done is expose the dodgy in these charities, the awards. They have done such a disservice to Hollywood. Now we all knew it was a bit. Hollywood's not like it used to be. It used to be glamorous, the red carpet. Now it's full of sleaze. It's full of, and it was probably there before. But Harry and Meghan have got a massive magnifying glass, and every time they dip into it, it exposes a bit more. And this is why the people in Hollywood don't want a picture stood next to them because they're damaging for their careers, their livelihood. I just think it's just all. I think it's all being exposed, isn't it? Like all the time now. And this is
Yeah.
why they want to censor the internet. YouTube. They want the silence. They don't want people to acknowledge it, and that's what annoys me. That's what annoys me of Meghan coming out. See how she's took it though, because she was a victim of the royal family to begin. Then they come out and done their bit with Oprah. And no, it was the media that said that the royal family were racist. They were a victim of the media, then they were a victim of the people, and now she's a victim of the world. It gets bigger. It's like a storm. Where does it end?
I don't know. But it's just, children's charity, the children's
Yes.
hospital, that they're
Oh,
otherworldly, that display, that disgraceful display. And then we have the gorgeous Princess Catherine.
no.
What an angel.
I know.
Literally, what an angel.
And do you know what? She's been for all of that. And the two things she's done since she stepped out, one, she's dressed, respectfully for the moment, because that's her job. That's her job to do that. And here's the thing with Harry and Meghan, they're doing all of this, showing off it's not their job. They don't need to be doing that. And actually, rather than standing out and preaching to the world what we should be doing with our kids, why don't you go and actually spend some time with your kids? And Princess Catherine, she had that girl the photographer who had terminal diagnosis, and she went to Southport, and you can't. She's not sat out there. Even when she sat on that bench, there was no victimhood. She just said, "I'm poorly. I need to focus on getting better." It was forward, forward. She's just incredible. So love Princess Catherine. We
No,
all
no,
do.
no, but uh, like it's absolutely true. What you're saying is absolutely true, sweetie.
Yeah.
And it's you saw her talk to the people, listen to them, and then
Yeah.
she went back afterwards, and then she
Yeah.
talked to the parents about something so terrible. Meghan Markle can't be an empath because, there are a bunch of articles that they were talking how Harry is afraid of losing Meghan. That is Meghan, right? Writing those articles. But it's
Mhm.
very interesting how those articles never say Harry is afraid of losing his family, to include his children.
True.
Because when you
True.
become a father, or a mom, actually your partner becomes kind of secondary. Like you would use
Yeah.
your partner
Yeah.
as a shield to protect you. If somebody's shooting at you and your children, you probably grab your partner and put him in front
Yeah.
of your kids.
Protect your children. And
Yeah,
and you'd want your partner to grab you, because your
exactly.
children are your world. They become above you. Even when you are with your partner and you haven't got your children because you've got out, I don't know, one night, not like weeks consecutively getting away from them, you sort of end up speaking about your kids anyway. They are your universe. And yeah, you are bang on there. I've not picked up on that.
Yeah, it's all like Harry's terrified because Meghan wants the world to know
Yeah.
that her PUSSY is powerful, that she made that idiot give everything up, that her vagine is powerful, that she made that man give all she's worth that much. That a prince
Mm-hmm.
left his kingdom, she that is an ego boost for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants the world to remember what she made that idiot give up for her, a D-list mattress actress. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because it's funny. It's like that Harry's terrified of losing his family in the United States, his kids and wife.
No, just Megan.
Oh, and I have a very very good thing about Doria that I am absolutely blown away, and I'm gonna do a video next week, guys. It's
Oh,
just
can't wait.
yes, it is so disgusting. It is so disgusting, and Tina, when the clown married the prince, the palace became the circus instead of the clown becoming a princess.
Okay.
Because it has allowed to happen. Doria right now is worth almost $17 million. I don't know where she got that money from.
Wow.
Have you
But
noticed how
then,
I
but
miss? She's
then,
cheap.
this has been the theme with Doria, in how she was very much at a budget with the royal family. In you know, I don't want to go here with the royal family, but we've got to speak truth in our opinions, no
Yeah.
matter what. I'm not a Sussex Squad member. I'm not gonna,
Oh, you don't have to
whitewash.
apologize. Just say what's on your
I'm
mind, sweetie.
I'm not going to rose hint that, but it's funny how Doria's come out of this a millionaire, but then all of Doria's history has disappeared. It's almost like she's being protected in order to keep her quiet also.
You
Don't
know that
know.
Charles bought her like 20 some outfits, each outfit worth about 7 or 8,000 pounds.
So she had her she's all that moment.
Mhm.
The movie She's All That. She had a pretty woman moment, you know?
Oh yeah, paid for by Charles.
Yeah, yes. What? It's odd. They didn't do this for the Middletons. I, I'm sure they would have helped in the beginning. No, I don't. Well, if they did, how? Oh, I don't know. Crazy.
It's terrible. I just hope that people understand. I'm leaving the link here, guys, for Tina. Like her thing, because you guys, you have to go subscribe to Tina. I still don't get why people are not. You have to have like at least 10,000 people there.
No, it's a bit slowly growing. Look, the thing is, right, I just speak on my feelings on certain things I see. I haven't posted I don't post all the time because of family and working and stuff like that. I did, and I, I do the aftermath as well, and I know that that can put people off. So I mean, it's growing, it's not dropping, so I'm happy with that. I can
You
go
know
on
what?
a
I'm
bit.
gonna pull up Barack Obama, and I'm gonna shame you guys for not clicking on Tina. You know how Barack Obama was shaming the black people for not voting on Kamala, saying you are not black if you don't vote Kamala or something like that.
You know what though, my stuff can be quite triggering as well when I speak about the
But that's
aftermath.
okay. That is okay. You still have to subscribe to Tina, guys. I can't believe you don't even have 5,000, Tina.
I know,
My
I
power of
know.
persuasion is failing. I am no
You
longer
know
that
what,
popular.
Paula, right? Honestly, for me, after years of just not having the confidence to do anything like this, to even have that many subscribers is a pinch me moment anyway. It really is, you know. And then with my TikTok as well, and trying that's where I started. That's my home, and I've got like it blows my mind that that many people listen to me anyway. So I couldn't even imagine. So that's enough for me anyway, and it grows slowly and organically, and that's okay with me.
That's not okay with me, guys. I don't understand. Shame on you. Shame on you. You know what? I was actually quite angry. People are saying that Scorpios are intense. We hold grudges. Why? Tell me who said that. I'm gonna go punch them. I'm just kidding.
Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio.
I am a Scorpio.
When
My
is it
birthday is
your birthday?
November 16th. When is yours?
Mine's the 27th of October.
Ooh, you're one of them
Mm.
intense Scorpios. There's three forms. I'm the more laid back, thank God. But I don't understand because you're so laid back. I mean,
Do
you're
you think?
nothing like me. I mean, you are so laid back, guys. And I'm supposed to be because I'm the 16th from the 16th to the 21st. I'm supposed to be one of the more laid backs. How dare they? I'm gonna punch you. I'm just kidding. I'm just proving a point that people are, that Scorpios are intense, vindictive, but we're loyal as hell.
Yeah, yeah, we are.
We are loyal
I'm
as
a
hell.
Scorpion too. Scorpions are great, like
Yeah,
Pisces and
and oh yeah,
Cancer.
Charles' birthday is the 14th of November. Blah!
Starter on Charles. However, I gotta say, there's the thing, right? People that support the monarchy. I was on Twitter the other day, and a sugar had sort of thinged Charles up as a clown. And okay, it's a meme, and yeah, but I just thought, and it's got Meghan and Harry wrote all over this post, and I just think, what a disgrace you are, Harry. This is what you've done to your dad. Like, regardless of opinions on him, like what he's done, this is your dad who's got cancer, and people are doing this in honor of you. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
It's terrible. No, it's terrible. It's terrible. I just gotta say something because I saw somebody said that the Middletons didn't pay for the wedding. No, of course they didn't pay. They didn't pay for the security. They didn't pay for not anything that had to do constitutional thing, but they pay for Catherine's wedding gown, all the dresses of the bridesmaid,
Yeah.
of their own dresses and stuff like that, and they pay for the party afterwards. And
We
they pay
paid
for,
for Doria's dress.
huh?
Wait, I said we paid for Doria's dress.
Yes, and Megan's because Charles paid for it. Megan didn't pay for her own dress. Mean Mary Jean, my guest is, I'm a big fan of my guest. I'm starstruck every time I talk to Tina. It's she's Tina from the
Hello.
Aftermath. So here
Hello.
you have, it's her channel. And how dare you? How dare you not go subscribe? I'm gonna shame you guys. I'm sorry. You know, I'm
Fine.
taking radiation therapy, and my voice for some reason has changed. I started to sound more like a man. I don't know why. I hate
No, you
that.
sound great. I don't know how you do it, honestly. Like I said, the other day, you're just amazing.
Well, no, you. By the way, you know what, Tina and I really want to. I'm going to put her on the spot, but I really do want to start doing more things and bring people survivors. You know,
Yeah.
because there's nothing wrong with calling themselves survivors, calling ourselves survivors and victims. You can be both. If somebody's beating the hell out of you or abusing you in some other shape or form, you are a victim. That is a
Hmm.
word that I remember really, really bothered me the first time I heard it. I remember when the police came into my house and it's like, oh, I'm okay, no, it's my fault. And the policeman goes, ma'am, that's what all the victims say. And I'm like, I was so offended because
Yeah.
you can see I have a temper, guys, you know?
Mhm.
And I was like, how dare you? I'm nobody's victim. What are you talking about, man? It's like, yeah, me. There you go. All of you guys, I have almost 2,000 people here. You better go do
Thank
that.
you.
Like, go subscribe. We have to get her to 10,000 guys.
Do you know
You
what?
know?
I'm not that good. I should really advertise it more on my TikTok and stuff like. I'm just not. I've had a nightmare with my AdSense, and I'm just like, oh god. So I don't do it every day and stuff like that. So I get thank you, mean Mary Jean. But
No,
Paula, do you know what though? What you were saying there about not being a victim. This is why I speak on Meghan Markle and the likes of Amber Heard, because you're right, it took so many years for me to not go, oh, but they had it worse than me, in everything I could do to avoid being a victim, right? And when I was stuck in that, if you can't see it, you can't work on it, you can't fix it. So when I watch Meghan Markle and Amber Heard come out and just so happily take that victim and take it to the main stage, it sets the bar, right, so fucking low for real victims. It literally I believe it hinders real victims, because when you see it on full display, Meghan Markle gaslight us, Harry, they bully, we've watched them bully, then take this victim status. When you've got a real victim in life, people will be less inclined to believe, because they go, what's the victim I know? And then I look at Meghan Markle and Amber Heard and be like, well, I don't believe you, because that's what she did on the main stage. I just feel like that is it. And so many people get stuck like you, like me. I'm past the victim bit now, but so many people, if you're a real victim, yeah, you've spent most of your life probably looking at everyone else. People have it worse than me. That person suffered more, so you're more humble. And I just can't. They're not victims. They're abusers and bullies themselves.
no,
And
but
that's
I don't understand why some people are trying to shame you from saying, oh, you're a victim. That's a dirty word. It is not, guys.
no,
If
it's not.
somebody grapes you, if somebody's beating you, if somebody's verbally, there's nothing wrong with saying he's victimizing you. That's what the word is there for. But somehow in this culture, people like Rachel Meghan Markle, the bully, goes to a girls' Inc. with this underprivileged girls who are, although it's in the greater area, Santa Barbara. So how underprivileged are they? That's out for debate. But but still, um, and she defines herself to, and the whole purpose of her visit was to shine the spotlight
Inspire.
on them. Oh no, I'm the most bullied woman on the world. Megan, I know you watch my show. No, you're not. You are the most criticized woman in the world because you lie, woman. You lie. Stop rubbing your stinky vagina against people. You don't body fudge hug people. You know,
Do you know
you know.
what annoys? It's that they're narc angels, aren't they? Because they do all this feminism and I'm a victim. It's so contradicting anyway. And they do all of that, but then they'll be flicking their eyelashes and, oh, but I'm a victim, but I'm strong and independent. Follow me, girls. And it's just, And you said before about Meghan Markle with the young girls and stuff like that. With children, right, they don't know the full extent of what this woman is. Where most adults will have a basic and they're like, oh, don't really want a photo of her. The kids are vulnerable, right? They've got no choice and they'll just be like this sweet lady. They don't know what she is. So it's an easy path where it hopefully will make Meghan look a bit more comfortable. You know what I mean? Like the people around her like her because they're young, vulnerable children. That's why.
It is actually quite terrible. And I want to say we have a wonderful community because you went from 130 to 1,140 or some whatever. So I
Hey,
want you guys to keep at it. I hope we can get her to 5,000, guys. I really do. You deserve that because once you get to 5,000, you can do more stuff in your channel. You can put longer, short. Did you know that on from October 15th, if you have 5,000 above subs, you can do longer shorts. You can do now 3 minute shorts
you?
because they want to compete with TikTok.
Ah, no way. I need to
You
get on
know,
there more. I need, you know what, my work pattern, my work shift has changed and shifted. So it's just the time. And then my son moved home, my oldest. It's just, I need to like, yeah, I need to get all my ducks in order. But I do love doing the YouTube and I love my small community that's growing day by day. And even more so right now. Thank you all. But I'm not with the one be like and subscribe and follow me
well,
here.
you have to because I'll tell you
I
what,
know.
people, a lot of people watch your thing and then they forget to subscribe. So when you remind them, they subscribe and then
Mhm.
click the notification bell because right now that Meghan and Harry have been declared sensitive topic, this is like talking about serious things like child X and stuff like that. That's what they're being labeled as. Okay, guys.
Mhm.
So please show love and do subscribe to Tina. I don't know what you guys are waiting. We should be. I wish that she would be at 5,000 by the time we end here.
The thing is, like, I just literally I speak what I feel, so it's a bit like a Goggle Box review, true movie review, I call it, about how I feel about watching them, and I tend to speak in a bit of rhyme.
You
Don't
know
know where
what
that's
is
come
very
from.
you know what's very disturbing of what Harry and Meghan Markle?
Mm-hmm.
That the entire world, Tina, knows or can see that Harry and Meghan Markle are not sound. They
Yeah.
can see that they're keeping those children, if they exist, isolated, which is a form of abuse. They can see Meghan Markle is not sane. I honest to God, guys, I really believe that Meghan Markle is not sane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Harry's not faring any better either. The whole world can see that, yet everybody still gives him a platform to continue abusing and exploiting vulnerable children.
I know.
I don't understand this. I think we have to stand up to this crap. You know, people have to write to King Charles. People have to write to Parliament, to your MPs.
Yeah.
You do
I
have
just,
that right. At the end of the day, guys, Charles is not an absolute monarch. It is a constitutional monarchy.
yeah. But I said it to you before, didn't I? I don't. I think the UK pretty much right now is very broken. Everywhere is broken. These people, Meghan, Harry, they're ten a penny now. They're all in each other's pockets.
You
There's
know
not
that,
many,
Molly?
and that's why people come to here because
Yeah.
they find truth. They
People
find
are
people.
frustrated too, Tina. People are frustrated too.
Yeah, people find truth with people, and this is why social media is growing day by day. People no longer want to watch cribs and see what's in the celebrities' fridge. People are struggling to survive as they work hard to pay their bills and literally keep their kids alive because the food costs are going high. And we got Prince Harry coming out here and telling us again to protect our kids against internet safety, and we all know that's to censor us because we are the only ones left that speak the truth about them.
I mean, what is really interesting is the following. You have setting, guys. You have settings here in your phones. You have settings in your laptops. You have settings in your computers. You
Yeah.
have settings in tablets, and you have privacy, like security, safety, and emergency. You can child parental guidance, parental controls. Security and privacy. Like you can enable parental control. Here, you can enable parental control, and you are on top of your kids. You tell your kids you will only have the phone for a certain amount of time. And once you enable strict parental controls where he cannot download any apps or go to any places, and you can actually monitor what the children are doing.
Mhm.
But you have to be a parent. You
You
have to
have
be
to.
there.
And that's the thing. It's like I done a post on this today because I only post and do posts where I feel like about it, and I was like, how dare you? How dare you? You were born into a palace. Everything was handed to you on a plate. If your mom and dad went away, you had the best nannies. You literally were on yachts, the best holidays. You went on expeditions to the North Pole, gifts from a mom. How dare you speak to the world about what we should be doing with our kids when we visibly don't see you sat at home with yours? You haven't got a clue, because the reality is, and I said in my post, me and my husband drove past like a council estate the other day, and we see a group of boys with a broken football goal playing football just in front of it. And we were like, how lovely is that to see? But here's the reality: most patches of grass have got a no ball game sign. Like, all the youth centres for the children to go to have closed. And this spoiled prince has taken more money out of our country by stupid court cases demanding security, because our country is so unsafe, so say, apparently. Whilst he's catching a jet from A to B to dangerous country. And it's just like, how dare you speak to us when, you had a chauffeur pick you up from school? Our
Yeah,
streets are not safe. So when these parents are passing ships in the night with their husbands and wives trying to survive, and their kids are online, we don't need those two coming to slap us on the wrist when we literally don't see them parent their own children, you know?
it is actually stupid because, like for my kid, I mean, most schools nowadays, even public or private, they have a thing that when you are in the school, they can't download anything. They can go on with certain websites, and most websites they can only go through the school thing. And then you can in most schools they make you put your phones in lockers or stuff like that, so you don't have the phone with you all day.
Yeah.
You only have in that, and even then you can use that. And then when your child comes home, you can take the phone away since you're the one paying for it, and say, you know what? Once you've done your homework and you're going out play and stuff like that, you'll get 1 hour from 8 to 9, and you know that you have a parental control installed. You can do that. The problem is that Harry and Meghan have never been told no, and therefore they don't say no to their children. Because it's like Harry saying there, oh, seeing my kids mindless scrolling. Well, how would a 3 and a 5-year-old have those devices to begin with? Because the parents give it to them. And apparently he's giving it to his kids without any parental control, without the parental control feature enabled, because he's talking about
Yeah.
Snapchat and stuff like that,
Hmm.
you
It's
know?
it's
But anyways, we're gonna get going, guys, because I have to go to therapy to get my thing. But I let me see how many people have subscribed to you.
God, there's a
Just be
few.
quiet.
Thank
Just be
you,
quiet.
everyone. Oh my God.
Oh my God, you guys. Well, you've got at least 100 some subs. I am
Thank you,
so very
everyone.
happy. You guys are making my day. Thanks. Please keep it up. Let's get her to 5,000. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like this is like an auction.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, Paula's
Next, you're
mission
going to
set
see
in
Tina
stone.
do a bikini twirl.
Do you know what though? This is the thing. I need to get better. But you do. I feel like and this is why I know Megan's not been through a lot, because you just thank you all. Thank you, Paula. You're amazing, and good luck with
Shut up.
therapy.
Just get her to 5,000. I'm just kidding.
Just because, yeah, I'm going to sound sabotage. I'm not going to say a word.
No, no, you just keep it coming, guys. You have to go subscribe to Tina, please. She's amazing. And we have to encourage, your support means a lot because you're the ones who encourage us to go. And the way you tell us that you like it, even when we disagree in certain things, you still come and listen to our, that over 62% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed
Yeah,
and they don't
no,
click like. They don't
Oh,
click
wow.
like or leave a comment. If 62% of people subscribe, click like and left a comment, then that tells YouTube that you like what you're seeing, and
Yeah.
therefore they push your videos. So you spread your message wider. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know. So that's the same thing for you, Tina, because I find that it's important our message. Because I started my channel because I figure I have some questions. I'm sure I was surprised that other people had the same questions, and I try to get the answers. And when I don't, I get so frustrated.
Yeah, no, I know it is
Yeah.
hard. I gotta say, Alcy, I'm already sub, but please turn down the music. You know what? The music's always been my thing. I started off on
But you
TikTok.
can turn it down a little bit because
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes just a little bit. So it's a little bit less in the background
But you
because, for
know what
example,
it
I'm going to
is?
hear
When I
you.
started doing it and speaking, and I share my story, and Alcy, I see that you grew up with narcissistic parents. I did too. So when I started speaking out and finding a voice, it was so I blended in on the screen. So you had someone else listening to, and I used to have loads of writing and stuff. Just so I had someone on screen with me, so I could like be. And I feel like sick now without the music,
No,
but
you
I
can
will
have the
turn it
music. You
down. I
can have
will
the
turn it down.
music.
I will turn
You
it
can
down.
have the music just a
Yeah.
little bit because I am actually going to start putting music in the background. I
Hmm.
just have to figure how to do it. But
Well, I still do it all on my TikTok and bring it over here.
But don't do that. Do it separate from your TikTok because then YouTube doesn't push your channel. And I really want people to get Tina's message because she speaks to a lot of victims and survivors and so many important. So I want us to do that. Like I want to start. You've been more in touch with victims. And
Hmm.
so you ask them if they want to come and we can interview. They can put their stories because one of the things that for me was very important is I didn't have anybody. Nobody wanted to listen to me.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed too. For some reason, I was embarrassed, even though I was the punching bag. I was embarrassed.
Well, it's that shame, isn't it? It's that
Yeah.
shame of, like you said, not wanting to be a victim and stuff and scared. And I think because we were constantly monitoring a room to protect ourselves, we constantly monitor people. So if we even start to share our story, we're watching their eye contact, then we watch them, we pick up on their uncomfortable, and then we shut ourselves down. And that's why we maintain and continue sort of the silently broken, inside in that abuse, that regime we were in just taught us that we weren't enough, we weren't worthy and deserving, so it keeps us locked in. And the aftermath for me is like, boom, dragging all my trauma out on full display. So,
This is why we can tell that Megan was never abused nor
oh,
bullied.
I know,
This
right?
is the thing, guys. You know what? There are some things that Tina and I can tell you what triggers us, right, Tina? You can tell, right?
Oh, yeah.
What triggers us?
Meghan Markle. No, people,
But yeah,
people.
when we see that behavior of that woman and that
Yeah,
she's pretending to be bullied, this is like when your abuser is, and they say, "Oh, you make me hit you, or you make me punch you, or you make me almost drown you," or it's always that is not an apology.
yeah. It's a no accountability. No accountability taken. Her, Amber Heard, and that nothing. It's everyone else, no matter where they go. I think Elsie said it reminded her of she's triggering for a lot of people that have lived through abuse, because she reminds you of your abuser.
No, seriously, when you see
You
the
do.
behavior, you go, "Oh shit, I recognize that." I can, it's like even from the way she looks or she walks, the
Yeah.
way she carries herself is like immediately,
Hmm.
immediately.
Hmm.
It's like the hairs, the little hairs on the neck of your back, or you
Yeah.
get in Spanish it's called chicken skin. It's
Yeah.
like you get those, like Meghan Markle. It's
And
like a poster child for
yeah.
bullies.
And the thing is, as well, I think for me as well, because I never really had the voice, I hate wrongs. I hate people lying because I was the victim of that. So it's just I will use my voice to help another. And I just like you said, Paula, it's not like I'm thinking, oh, I'm not having that. My whole body just like is on edge. Like, all of a sudden I'm like micro obsessed of what she said, because I'm just like, no, this is wrong. This is injustice. This is abuse. Yeah, I can't, sit back and watch you do that. You're not doing that.
Isn't it? And we're gonna close it with this, guys. there are, apparently Meghan Markle was a Deal or No Deal girl sometime in 2006 or something like that. It's been almost 14 years apart. Same revealing, and here this one's a little bit better fitting because a stylist dressed her, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same red dress, fake boobs,
Mm-hmm.
fake tan, fake
Mm-hmm.
weaves, fake eyelashes, the same, very same thing that she complained about.
I know, right?
It's like her whole life is full circle, isn't it? Open
I
for
see.
business.
I see an article in OK magazine about this red dress and how she's, she's discovering her again. Finally, what, after 4 years, this is her moment to stand out and get away from the muted down tones. It's like, are you kidding me? She's been in muted down tones every day since she left and prior to going into the royal family. And I'm going to do a post on that because that annoys me, because it's almost playing into this traumatized woman and how she's now finally growing her wings to finally put on her ill-fitting red dress. And it's like, that red dress, right, that's doing a rewear, that's trying to plug in. She looks around her, what's Catherine doing, what's working for her, how can I mirror image that? Oh, what I do, I'll rewear a dress and amend it. And which dress is going to get the headlines? Oh, it'd be that red one that everyone hated before.
And the thing is that I know people think it's a hideous dress, but she completely altered the top of that dress. That dress doesn't even have a seam across; it's actually seamless. And then the waist is supposed to be higher, the cleavage is supposed to be higher. The whole thing is, but she needs to show her skin because she only plays value on
Yeah.
opening her legs, just like a Deal or No Deal. When it's so funny that article. Oh, I'm going to show you a trick how to bypass paid articles too, because Molly showed it to me. You know that Molly was at a place and in the States, and she
Okay.
asked about Harry and Meghan, and
Yeah.
they're really loath, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
They are really, really loath, you know. So, but anyways, I'm gonna get going. Thank you, Tina. We have to do this again. We're gonna have to plan about doing a live. Let's see if you can talk to your community who would like to come. They don't have to show their faces or give their names,
Okay.
but they can have a place to and see how we can help them as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've got one which I'm gonna speak to, and she's worked really hard to battle alcoholism, and she actually
Whoa.
works with a trust where Catherine Middleton was in, well, not Catherine, Princess of Wales was involved in as well. So, and she's got her own little video on YouTube as well because she went to London. So she's a great advocate, and all she does is help other people. And this is the thing, when you've been stripped back so raw, it's almost like you get goodness by helping another. And she is the absolute epitome of that, and it keeps her going. So she's an incredible person. So maybe I can get through on.
Yes, please, let's do that. And I want to thank the people for the super stickers, your PayPal donation, guys. I have new Halloween merch out, so please buy because I want to save some money for some Christmas is coming around, and I'm starting to sweat the whole thing, about what am I going to do for the school at Christmas and the shelter. But yes, so thank you very much, Tina, and we'll talk this coming week, for to get that going. Talk to your friend to see if she'll come
Yeah,
on.
I will.
She doesn't have to have show her face. She doesn't have to, she can have a different name if she wants, but it's important for her to feel that she has a platform to
Do
talk
you know
about
what? She
this.
might come on. Do you know, I've watched, and that's the greatest thing. Even my TikTok, I've watched some of my followers grow from, and I see a video, an actual video she done today. So the confidence, it's amazing. It really is, and I feel honoured to be able to do what I do. So, yeah, incredible.
Well, thank you very much, guys, and thanks to Tina. Thanks for coming, guys, and I'll see you soon. And please
Yeah.
go subscribe to Tina's channel. She should be on 5,000 by now.
Thank you
Thank
to
you
all
very
my new
much,
subs. Welcome. Thank you, Paula.
guys.
Good luck in
Bye
your appointment.
bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
So cute. Yeah.